Hey, welcome back to Flute. Up now, another new flute look. So this was the second of two flutes I got in from Harold Chambers, 4-hem flutes. Very interesting flute here. Unique offering, custom offering. You'll notice there are 7 holes on the front, not 6. Very unusual configuration. So what is this? Let's just take a look, or take a listen first, and see if we can figure out what this is. Very cool. So what we have here is an Aeolian tuned, or natural minor tuned, key of E flat 4. It's a 7-hole. So I've seen some examples from Harold of this, of just a regular 6-hole flute. I wanted the 7th hole to give the octave note, so you can get low and high E flat all on the front of the flute. So that does play beautifully. And the advantage of that is typically on an Aeolian tuning, that top note is your flatted 7th, and then to get to the octave you overblow. So there's a note in between there, the regular 7th, right? So I would call that normally the top is the B flat, and then you'd get C for your octave. So that in between note, then in between B, is usually not accessible on a typical Aeolian 6-hole kind of configuration. So that's what I was after, was to have that 7th hole and to be able to get to that major 7th in between note. So let's see if that actually worked out. Okay, so low. So yeah, so if I just use the middle finger on the top hand, that'll flatten the octave to get that major 7th. So that's exactly what I wanted. You can get about 4 notes in the upper octave just with overblowing. So yeah, very cool. Just what I wanted. I will say one thing I'm not entirely sure about is having all the finger holes on the top. Meg talked to Harold into making a different one just to see if it would work better to bring this top hole around the back as a thumb hole. And that might be a little bit more natural. This does work. It just takes you, a little bit of getting used to with having 4 fingers on the right hand instead of 3. So that's a little bit unusual, but so we might try the other configuration just to see if it's any better. But yeah, overall, very, very much liking this flute. right, so I think that's enough for today. We'll get to know this and get some real tunes with it shortly. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.